I hear God saying something big is gonna happen. I hear him whisper, just keep your eyes on me. He's getting ready to open doors no man can shut. He's getting ready to tear down every wall that's been holding you up. So don't lose faith, now don't turn away. Keep your heart steady in the place you pray, because what he promised is on its way, and the blessing's closer than it's ever been today. Something big is gonna happen in your life. God is getting ready to turn it all around. Something good is gonna make it right. Chains will break and favor will abound. So lift your head, lift your eyes. He's moving right before your eyes. Something big is gonna happen. God's turning it around.
Good evening. Welcome to Sisters Haven Podcast, where we are creating a safe space for women to just express themselves and feel welcome and just embrace who you are as a woman. And with that being said, we are also celebrating Women's Month. It's March.
Yes.
It's March. It's Women's Month. We're celebrating the strength of a woman. And it's amazing. Coming out of Black History Month, we're celebrating our women.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I'm excited, Miss Person. I'm excited. With that being said, Sisters Haven, I'm going to go through some brief announcements before we get started with our podcast tonight. We have a juicy topic tonight, but just some brief announcements. Sisters Haven, of course, we've been talking about it. So for our newcomers, our old viewers, we are starting a nonprofit transitional home for women who were incarcerated in the Northampton County, who are experiencing housing instability, unemployment, and other barriers with independence. So with that being said, we are, of course, we've been promoting our tiers and sponsorship. You can be a part of that. You can donate anytime. There's no donation too big or too small. Just to take you through some of our tiers. Let me get that up here. And I hope y'all are ready for tonight's discussion as well. Let's see.
I have it up.
You have it up?
Yes.
Thank you. Can you pull that for me? You have it?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not seeing it on my end. I think you might have to share. No worries. But while that's coming up, no worries. So we do have the tier program where we are looking for sponsors to assist with our groundbreaking, as well as materials. We're going to need wood. We're going to need assistance with plumbing. We're going to need assistance with getting this thing started. So we are asking you to be a part of our sponsorship. Let's see, looks like it went off here. I'm sorry about that.
May I add to that also?
Yes, please do.
We're definitely right now looking for an engineer. If you are an engineer or you know an engineer that deals with inspections of structures, will you please reach out to us, send us an email at sissafeplace@gmail.com. We surely would appreciate it. We are in need right now, ASAP, of an engineer. Go ahead, Carla.
Absolutely. Thank you. Like she said, we're looking for engineers, plumbers. We're going to need assistance with the building, the groundbreaking. So even if you don't have it in your heart to donate and you know individuals who can help in this area, we would greatly appreciate your assistance. We have our platinum sponsorship that will support the purchase of the modular units and as well as help build the roads and the land prep. We have the gold sponsorship that supports the land clearing and the easement of the road construction. And then we have our silver sponsorship, which will contribute to the land prep as well and the infrastructure needs. The logo, name on the donor page, and you can donate to PayPal or Cash App. And I know our sponsorship, the tiers, they're starting 25,000, 10,000, and goes down as low as 5,000. However, we do appreciate any donation that you can find it in your heart to give. I don't care if it's $5, anything helps. We are open to any donation. If you don't have Cash App or the PayPal, you can reach out to Cassandra or I via email, and we will assist you with making your donation. That email is sissafeplace@gmail.com. Again, that's sissafeplace@gmail.com. Did I miss anything?
No.
Anything to add?
No, you did an excellent job. The only thing I would add is you all that we are a nonprofit 501c3, which is why we're looking for sponsors. This is an important project we want to bring to Northampton County. We're believing that the community will stand with us and also see the need to have it in our county. There is not one located in our county, and we need a place where we can give that assistance, that aid, that helping hands up to the women that are in need, not just those being released. I want to make this clear, not just those being released from incarceration, but also the women in the surrounding communities that may could benefit from our services. We're not going to go too much into detail tonight because we have an event, a very informative event that we've been working on and planning, and we're excited about it. We're excited about our community brunch. So we're inviting you out. It is a very informative gathering, but also it's going to be great food. You know, Sisters Haven cook good home cooked, prepared, delicious meals. Okay, we're gonna have a we're gonna have a dynamic menu, and this is the time where we're asking you if you're interested, you want to know more about the project, you want to know more about the organization. This is the time that you can come together and ask your questions, inquire. We welcome your questions, and we will do our best to be able to answer them. Also, during this session on the 28th, it's a time of recruitment. We need volunteers. Maybe some are wanting to help with the organization, to help push this thing forward. I'm telling you, by the time Sisters Haven finish all of its objectives, all of the projects that we have ready and prepared, we're going to have a great impact. We will be making a great impact in this county. In fact, I really want to say we're going to put the county on the map. Come on here, somebody. Now. I'm just excited because I do know, I see the need, and I do believe that it right now is the right timing for it. You know, you can see a need, you can see a problem, you can come up with a solution, but how many know your timing has to be right? The timing has to be perfect. So we're looking forward to it, you all. So we open this up to the community. It's too big for one person. It's too big for two individuals. We need the community support. So buy your ticket, come on out, and we promise you that you will have a full understanding by the time we finish this fellowship and this community gathering. So we just invite you to come on out and enjoy yourself. All right.
All right. And if I could add, I didn't hear you mention, but that event is going to be Saturday, March 28th, 2026 at 10 a.m.
Yes.
If you haven't seen our flyer, it's going to be at the Albert Ridley Center. That's 3919 North Carolina 35, Conway, North Carolina. So we will be also posting our flyer as well. But again, that's at the Albert Ridley Center. You don't want to miss out, okay? I like to eat, so We have a dynamic menu, like she said, and I heard there's gonna be fried fish on the menu.
Yes,
I'm gonna have to
most
cheat on my
definitely.
dad.
I was thinking about that today, Carl. I said, Lord, a lot of things I done stopped eating. I done removed from my table. But I may just go ahead and cheat that day just as well myself.
You know what? I think it'll be all right. If we if we eat right all week and we save our stomach for that one day, I think we'll be all right. I think so.
Let me tell you something. Just make some room for those onion fried potatoes. Come on here. Just make some room for those homemade onion fried potatoes cooked by yours truly. I am excited. I am thoroughly excited.
I'm even more excited. Look, if you don't get your ticket and you miss out, just know my plate will be posted.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
All right, we're ready to start our discussion tonight. The strength of a woman, the strength of a woman. Thinking about this topic, and every year, at least during Black History Month, we celebrate Black. Historically, we celebrate those that are popular, those that a lot of people are aware of their tremendous impact they've had within our nation, they've had in history, and I appreciate all that was done, because I do believe that we are where we are today because of those great prices and sacrifices that they actually made. You know what I'm saying? When I think about Harriet Tubman, when I think about Rosa Parks, imagine all that they endured, just to be able, so we could be able to sit down where we sit and we can lie where we lay. The Lord has brought us as women, I want to focus in on, from a mighty long way. There was one time in history, not only did we not have the right to vote, but we also were considered almost to be second or third class citizens. There was one time that we couldn't even equate or had a value more worth than cattle. Actually, when you think about it, because people look at cattle back in the day, how much cattle you had meant what? How much money, how much value you were worth. And look at where we are today, where we're sitting, where we're standing. I mean, we had a female vice president. We've had women judges. We have women representatives. We are going indoors now that they probably didn't even dream that we would arrive to, but whatever their measure of vision was, that's what they pursued. That's what kept them motivated. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
Sometimes we can't see into many years later, but if we would just follow the journey that he calls out for us right now, and then somebody else can benefit from that and go forward. Someone else can benefit from that. I always like to say, each one reach one. I can only go a certain distance because of my ability. But guess what? If I reach for one, they may can go further than myself. So I'm just excited and just want to take time to acknowledge it. Look at the things we have endured. And Carla, come on, jump in here, because I'll get on a rant. Look at all that we have endured,
Absolutely. We have accomplished so much as women. And you mentioned something, you took us back on a journey in history. You named some markers, some milestones, I call them infamous women who set the tone in history. I heard you mention Rosa Parks. I recall reading about her in school and growing up, and just, Black History Month all around in general. You learn about everybody, but Rosa Parks always stood out so much to me. And I don't know. I will always say, I don't know if I would have made it during that time frame. I don't know, because her strength, her refusal to give up her seat led us into the civil rights movement. Now,
Yes.
during that time frame, the refusal alone to disobey, certain
Yes.
personnel could have led you to death. And
Yes.
she stood her ground. And because of her, like you said, or her and other women or other African American people, we're able to walk through doors that we've never thought we would be able to. We're able to do things that we've never thought we'd be able to do. And it's
Yes.
just her strength alone set markers and set tones, because she refused. And because of her
Yes.
refusal, today we have access to much more than they've ever thought they would have had. So I'm just so thankful for that. And then we always focus on the famous and the headlines, but I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of women out there. I can name a couple in my life that have set tones and that have overcome so many obstacles that I
Yes.
admire and look up to, just because there's certain things that they've overcome that I don't know what I would have done if I were in their shoes.
Yeah.
But because they had the strength to just overcome and walk through those barriers, I'm here today and I'm able to benefit from their barriers and their struggles. So I don't know,
Yeah.
just the strength of a woman. All in all, we're sometimes I believe we're stronger than we actually think we are. I know
Most definitely.
sometimes I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And I'm like, wait a minute, let me breathe. Let me breathe. I can do this. I can
I,
do this.
I think sometimes we don't sit down and think about rather all that we do in a day. Some of
Yes.
us we work 9 to 5, and that's the ideal hours now, because
Mm-hmm.
basically a lot of jobs have gone to what, 12 hours?
Oh yes.
So we're working, we're mothers. Some of us are single mothers. You know what I'm saying? So we're
Oh
being the
yeah.
mother and the father, rearing the children,
Yes.
taking the time to teach the children. Let me tell you something. You can work a job all day long, but one of my struggles throughout the years is that I took the time to go to school to get my education. So I go to work. You see your children in school. It's
Mm-hmm.
really sad that you have to go back to school just to be able to do the homework
Oh yeah.
that
Oh
your
yeah.
child has
Oh yeah.
after you've worked all day. That may
Oh
seem
yeah.
so small and insignificant to the one that does not, have to deal with that all day, every day. But
Yes.
imagine you've given your all on a job. You can't come home and just recline, especially if you're a single mother. Your day actually does not end, even until
Mm-mm.
as long as those children are up and things need to be taken care of. Your day may end, if you want to consider it to be that, at night when you actually lay down. And then there's no room even what for your needs and your cares and your concerns. But we
No.
keep going. Come
Yes,
on, we
we
gotta
do. We keep it
celebrate this.
going.
We continue to go. We're still going and going and going. And so when I look back on it, and even when I look at it now, we have great value in
Yes, we
society.
do.
And we
Yes.
have more strength, as you've already acknowledged, than we even imagine. Sometimes we
Mm-hmm.
think less of ourselves because we're not running some big corporation, and it's not these great big titles to our name. But ask that president, that CEO, would he like to change places with you for about a week's time?
Ooh,
I mean, we
I'm
have
certain.
to be real about it.
Oh, I'm
Ask him if
certain.
he would like to trade places with you where he works all day, come
Mm-hmm.
home. Let's say you have 5 children. That's 5 little people that are
Oh,
looking at you saying, can you please help me in
we
some
say,
capacity?
oh, and don't
Can you
let three be
feed
six.
me in some
Ooh,
capacity? But yet we continue to thrive. Yet we
yes,
do, So
yes.
We have come a mighty long way, is what I'm saying. We've come a
Absolutely.
long way. And
Ooh.
it's worth acknowledging. It's worth acknowledging. You were talking a few minutes ago and you said we always look for the famous.
Oh,
And
yes.
that is correct. A lot of times those are the names that come to our minds. And sometimes we overlook the women, the strong women that were right there
They
to
right
help
there.
rear us. Right there.
That's right. They right there.
And some caller are not just right there. They were not just there then. They're here. What?
Here.
They're here now.
Yes, ma'am. They still.
You know what I'm saying? Not looking for a paycheck.
No.
Not on the payroll.
No.
Just simply because they care, simply because of their love and their concern and their burden that they have for us. I went out earlier today and I met this. She's probably Korean. I met this mother, and I know she's a mother because of what she said to me. And so when I met this mother, she went on to tell me, I picked this up for my daughter, and my daughter didn't want it. She said, but she's my daughter, and I just always buy things for her, right? So I'm chuckling. I'm like, ooh, she one of them good mothers. She said, but even though she's grown and married, that is my only daughter. I'm like, wow. And it just touched my heart because her daughter is grown and probably moved out of the house, and you still going shopping for her. You know what I'm saying? You're still thinking about her. You still want to do for her. But isn't that the heart of a mother?
And that's funny because I can relate to that. My mom, she'll call me. She'll be in the grocery store. And she'll say, they got so-and-so on sale. Well, I'm going to pick it up for you. Do you want it? Well, I got it anyway. And I'm like, okay, Mom, I'll take it. Thank you. So you are certainly right. I certainly can relate to that. I certainly can relate. And my son, he's young. So he just gets. So his dad might tell him no, and he'll come to me and, Mom, can we go to the store? And I don't know. His daddy said no. The next thing I know, I'm in the store buying. So I can relate. I don't think you can put a age or a cap on being a mother, or as being a mother, you wearing so many hats. I mean, even for me, if I get sick, I'm gonna call my doctor, right? I'm gonna talk to the doctor, but I'm gonna call my other doctor too. My mom's gonna know I'm sick. And then here she go, being a mom. Do you need something? You need me to pick something up? So I don't think there's an age. I don't think there's a cap. I can be 40 years old. And my mother is she's gonna do her job. She's gonna be my therapist. She's gonna be my doctor. She's gonna tell me the things I don't want to hear. She's gonna be mama. That's always mama. So, but like you say, that's the strength of a woman. I'm sorry. Strength of a woman. We wearing so many hats, and some of us women, like you said earlier, we're working the jobs that men never thought we would work. So is true. Yeah. So, in certain fields, you are the therapist. You are the doctor for individuals who aren't even related to you. You got to put on these so many hats, putting on different hats. And then you come home and you do it again. You're like, dang, okay, I got paid 8 hours for this. Now here we go again. Yeah. But you know what? It's rewarding. I can honestly say, I personally, I have my good days. I have my bad days. I wear many hats, many roles. I have many things I can do far as those 7 streams of income we talk about. But all in all, I would say it's rewarding. It's rewarding when I really sit back and I think about all that I've overcome as a woman and all that I've accomplished, I can say I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied.
Wow.
However, I'm still growing. I'm still growing and I'm still evolving and I'm still becoming, but I've overcome so much as a woman already.
Wow.
So
I
I just
I
don't think that would have been possible without my mom and, you know, other people. So, yeah.
yeah. I for myself, I'm not satisfied quite yet.
Okay.
It's my desire when I transition to leave here empty. And it's still so much that is that has been deposited in me that I'm not even utilizing yet. And I'm a firm believer. You know how I feel about gifts and talents, how I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
about skills. That he gives them to us for a reason. And it is never about us. It is always about blessing someone else. It is
That's right.
always about lifting someone else up or helping to make the task a little easier.
Oh, yeah.
One of the things that we also have as a strength um, among women is that we can bear each other's burdens. We're able to bear each other's burdens more readily. And I'm talking about mature, real women. I'm not talking about the little girls still on the playground. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you really come into your own, you really come into your womanhood. How dare you not see your sister burden and not want to help her? And I'm not talking about being manipulated. I'm not talking about being scammed. I'm not talking about the games that we also like to play. I'm talking about that's your true sister. That's
That's
your
right.
true sister. And the thing that is so awesome about us is that we'll still handle our own, but I'll be there to support you too.
Oh, boy.
Nothing goes missing. Nothing goes
That's
lacking.
right.
Nothing is broken. And then you tell me we're not stronger than we even think we are. Come on now. And I mean, be able to walk them through while they're going through, walk with them through it and help and guide them and see them get to what? To the other side.
That's right.
That is one of the, to me, one of the awesome strengths that he's given us, that he's placed down within us. And that simply comes from in our womb within us, he put in us to have the what? A certain measure of the compassion that we need to be able to do that. And I'm going to still say it's not for everybody.
Oh, no.
Because, you know, some of us just not ready. We don't even know how to have a real relationship, a strong relationship. And I'm not going to get off on a tyrant, but I get to thinking about something so simple as, you know, sometimes we're just not ready. Let me leave that alone. Sometimes we're just not ready. But I think I'm grateful that we're able to do that because we should be each other's keeper. We should
That's
be
right.
each other's helper. You know, he didn't call any man to be an island to himself. Man, woman, girl, boy. You know, we all need each other. And
That's
we all
right.
can benefit from each other. You know, I try to look at people now and see, let me see the potential in you. You might be acting crazy as all outdoors, but let me see the potential. You know, the just a little small spot, you know, spark of potential there. And
right.
and it helps you to be able to treat people differently and treat them with respect, you know, and it also helps you to know how much you can help, how much you can make a difference in someone's life, because sometimes we can get in the way also. But I'm just glad that that's one of our strengths. Another one, when I think about it, come on here now, we carry babies for 9
Ooh,
months.
wait a minute.
Come on. Come on.
I don't know if a man could do that.
Oh, come on. Come on, Carla.
No, look, think about it. Think about it.
I don't know. All I know is I wouldn't want him to have to do it. That's all.
Oh, I say, look.
That's all I know. That's all I know. I'm not one of the women that say, I wish my husband was feeling like I feel and he can't. No, I don't even want to see him that way. You know what I'm saying? But just think about all the changes our body goes through in order to carry this life, this little people inside of us, this life. You know what I'm saying? And the protection. I'm telling you, when he put Adam to sleep and he opened Adam up and pulled out from Adam and made Eve, God did something magnificent. They can say all they want to say. Good gracious. It's no one that can compare. What can compare? Oh, come on here now. What can compare? What can compare? They say men fight wars. Why? Because of women. Come on now. What can compare? Even Adam, y'all stay with me. It's a little comical, but I'm going to enjoy this. Even Adam looked at her and said, whoa, wow, whoa.
Wow.
Come on now. Come on.
Absolutely.
Adam
said his eyes opened right on up, didn't they?
The Lord said there was no one suitable for him, but Adam went crazy either. So yes, ma'am, we are someone to be admired, acknowledged, celebrated, to be heard, because sometimes we're not heard, we're present but silent. We're someone that comes with the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding that we can convey in any conversation. We are the ones that can take a little of much of nothing that is given to us, dealt to us, and we can make much. Come on here. There's a reason to celebrate. Come on now. Yeah. There's a reason to celebrate who we are. And we must see our value. We have to see it. We have to acknowledge it first, because people will treat you how you see yourself. If you see yourself of no value, that's how they will treat you. Come on here.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm leaving it alone. Go ahead. Yes, ma'am. I want to keep going, but go ahead, Carla.
I'm about to say, look, I agree. Absolutely. But like you said, we have to unlock our inner strength and understand our strength.
Yes.
And it may take some time to get, to that. But like you said a mouthful. You said we have to reach one, teach one. Yeah. Reach one. That's deep. If you see your sister, and or when I say sister, because in God's eyes we're all brother and sister, right? So if you see your sister down, you have to help pull your sister up. As many times you've called and don't even know, you pulled me right on together. You pulled me right on up. You don't even understand. So, I mean, that's deep right there. Like we have to pull each other up. We have to uplift each other a little more than we do. Just simple accolades to each other that helps. Or, instead of thinking, someone's acting funny, or thinking, I ain't heard from them in a while. Reach out and call. They might be going through something. They might hear from you. You don't know what they're going through. Just pick up the phone. They might need you to lift them up. They unlock their inner power. Remind them, hey, you forgetting who you are. Pull me up. And that we all need that sometimes. I know I do.
Yeah.
Help me.
If I need to speak with Carla, it would be foolish of me to sit home and wait for Carla to call me. I have the need to
That's
speak to
right.
Carla. Carla might not have that need yet, but I have it. So as you said, why not pick up the phone and call you?
That's right. Pick up
And
the
then
phone.
it just checking in. But I want to go back to something you said, that you are correct. It takes us some time to get to that place to really know
Yes.
our value. But let me say this. In it takes a village to what? Raise a
Ooh,
child.
raise up.
So
Yes, it does.
African proverb, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
We as older women mhm, need to learn how to reach for the younger women and
Ooh.
speak into them
Ooh. Yes.
instead of waiting on them to find their value after they've been used, abused, tossed to the
That's right.
side. Now I figure out I'm worth more than that. Come on now.
That's right. I love that right there.
We should be the ones that make sure that our village is what? Strengthened.
Strong.
That
Yes.
our young women know their value. Know,
Yes.
baby, that you are the treasure. You're the treasure.
Yes.
You are the treasure. You know, my apostle, it sounds so good to be able to say that too. My apostle was doing a dynamic teaching and preaching one Sunday, and she said no one Wednesday night, and she mentioned, she said that you are the favor to your husband. You're the reason that favor is there, because he that findeth a wife obtaineth what? Favor
Absolutely.
from the Lord. Come on now. So when you think about that, how many times have we walked around and said, I'm the favor of God? Think about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm the favor. I am the favor. You know what I'm saying? I am the reason that you're blessed like you are. I'm the reason the doors are opening.
Ooh.
You know, because sometimes we think that we just think that we're ordinary, or that, you know, we really don't matter, and I think sometimes that's why we don't put our voice in the room. We're not sure how it will be received, or whether we'll be what? Have to endure rejection. But let me tell you something. When you come into the knowledge of really who you are, it doesn't matter who's in the room.
Ooh.
And what I mean by that is you'll put your voice out there, and you may be more particular how you put your voice in the room. But you're going to speak up, because
That's
why?
right.
You are sure you're not waiting on validation in the room. Some rooms you go in, you're not going to get validation. You will not
Absolutely.
receive that. But you still are there on purpose. I'm learning to say, God, if you brought me in this room and you set me at this table, then I'm here on purpose. Here on design. By design, that means I have something I can contribute, but guess what? I also have something that I can what? Receive.
Absolutely.
There can be a transaction, but that goes back to knowing who we are and understanding our value. So, Carla, I want to take this moment. I put something together earlier today, because you mentioned it earlier, and I just want to share this with the viewers. I am grateful for all of those throughout history that have done great things. I am. I am grateful for their sacrifices. I'm grateful for the life that they led. I'm grateful for all that they suffered so that we can be all that we want to be. But I dare not sit here tonight and not honor those in my life that a lot of times I'm talking about. My grandmother and my mother, very strong women, very strong. My grandmother is here in the second picture below my mother. My grandmother, prayer warrior. You all often hear me talk about how my grandmother used to just sit in the rocking chair and she would just called Jesus. She didn't have a long vocabulary. She didn't have a long vocal prayer. Her prayer actually consisted of just Jesus, just Jesus. And most of my grandmother's life that I recall, she had some kind of condition that affected her ankles and the way she walked, but it did not cause her to draw back any. She was a woman of faith, and I'm so grateful because she loved the Lord and served the Lord faithfully. My mother got saved and became just as faithful. And because my mother became just as faithful, here I sit today. You understand what I'm saying? Here I sit today. I remember years ago, and I'm gonna let you talk, but I remember years ago that we started Sister to Sister. Letha Moore and I, we started Sister to Sister, and it was actually created off a childhood memory that I had when my grandmother and mother, the saints, would go house to house midweek. They didn't just go to church on Sundays or just go out there midweek Wednesday. In between that week, they gathered at each other's houses and would have what? Prayer. And I was always one that want to tag along, because I was always around the older saints. I just loved the older saints. And, some powerful things transpired in the midst of those prayers from house to house. So that's how Sister to Sister evolved. When we were going out, we started out in Washington Park, evangelizing, knocking on doors. Women were home. They were allowing us in, and we were praying with them. We were encouraging them, discussing the word with them. And so it is just amazing to me because of her strength. My grandmother, because of her strength and her endurance, the impact it will have on one of her grandchildren so many years later. Yeah, go ahead, Carla. Yes, ma'am. I could continue on. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. And you said you have the slide up, the pictures up, right?
Yes.
All right. So there's a special lady in that slideshow tonight. And that is my mother. I think we have 3 different pictures of my mother. I selected my mother. I wanted to give a special shout out to you on this evening. And just your strength alone. Growing up, I didn't understand, but I understand now. My mother's strength has made me who I am today. Just watching her work so hard. I mean, she worked hard.
Yeah.
And not only did she work hard, but as she was working, she raised 3 kids by herself. Now, I know there's plenty of women who've done that, but the Lord called my daddy home at a young age, and if he hadn't, they would still be together. I know in my heart they would still be together because the love was just that strong. But God had other plans, and she just unlocked a superpower that I don't even think she knew she had in her. And she raised us. There's not one day I went without clothes, shoes, food.
Yes.
So I honor you tonight. I know you're out there watching. Thank you for all your hard work.
I want to take the opportunity to at least acknowledge and honor my mother. For you viewers that can see, she's the one in the red shirt with the head tipped to the side. That's one of her pictures that's there. My mom was very, very. She was a very authoritative parent. Everything had to be neat, had to be immaculate, and stay with me because now I really appreciate her for that. Now, I didn't as a child, so I felt like we were in boot camp. but we didn't go without food. We didn't have, I shared this before, our play clothes were our church clothes, school clothes. We didn't have play clothes. We did go outside and play. She didn't keep us locked in inside. That's not where I'm going with this. But the thing I admire most about my mother in one of our houses, and right when you come in the foyer, because she used to always put us in these big, immaculate houses. And in the living room, she had a fireplace, and on the mantle, that was her praying space before God. And I'm telling you, I've watched saints in the neighborhood that's having a problem or a situation. They would knock on the door just to come and stand in front of her fireplace.
Oh, wow.
And God would respond, or he would heal, or he would fix whatever their problem was, because that was her meeting place. Oh, wow. I can remember the fact that I didn't understand Sal being saved then, because all I knew was, we can't wear no pants. We can't look at the soul tray. Girl, the soul tray would be coming. We get past soul. You just hear the S. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get past the S. There's soul tray. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know.
That was it. It had turned TV. I was probably 11, 12 before I had an opportunity to listen to R&B freely. But my mother was, and still is, my mother was saved. And to me, she was just what I would call back then saved to the bone. In other words, there was no slipping and sliding. She raised 5 for many years single. There was no man slipping and sliding in the back door. There was no man coming over to the house. My mama didn't smoke, didn't drink, and all of that. And the thing I recall the most is that she would preach so hard, because she was an evangelist for many years. Carla, she preached so hard they put her out of churches. It was in many churches in Norfolk that we were not once a member of, because it didn't matter if it was the pastor that was wrong. It didn't matter if it was the chief bishop that was wrong. If God gave her a message, she did not draw back. She preached hard. They love her when she first come in. Oh, they love her. They love her to death till they get that microphone. And I look back on that. Out of all of that, she taught us the best she could. She set us down. We had Bible study. She set us down every night. We had family prayer. And many times when we would venture off, get ready to head into something dangerous, God would show it to her in a vision. And she called us in and she warned us. I'm telling you now, if you go that way, this is what's going to happen to you. And I look back on it now, I appreciate every last bit of it. Was it somewhat extreme? Most definitely. For children, it was. But the intent of the heart was right. She wanted us saved. She wanted us protected. But the other thing is that she also was very loyal to her children. When I started getting almost at the age of 19 and 20, we became more so almost like sisters and not mother and daughter. And a funny moment I can recall, my husband was at work, and so I was pregnant, and we going to the junkyard to find a part for a car. My mom didn't wear pants at that time, so she had on a skirt. So we in the junkyard, leaned over, trying to get the part out of the car, right? She forgot she had on a skirt.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
And this man came back. Oh, boy, we laughed about it all the way home, and I put that picture there because as she got older, she just became more funnier, more down to earth, and many times we done laughed about some stuff together. So I salute her on tonight. That is a whole lot of the reason that I'm gonna say this right. That's the reason I am who I am today. Most definitely. Sometimes I try to fight it, but hey, you the apple don't fall far from the what? It don't fall
from
far
the tree.
from the tree.
That's right. That's right, Mama.
But,
you heard that?
But I appreciate her. I appreciate her. I appreciate all of our strong sisters, all of those that have endured so much and overcame so much. We appreciate you. And we salute you tonight. And in closing, Carla, you know, we have a lot of conversations, girlfriend. I gotta salute you too.
We do.
Because I don't know if I could do what you do.
Some days I don't know if I don't know.
But I do appreciate you. The organization appreciates you, and you all have a wonderful night.
Yes, have a wonderful night. Thank you.